Hi, I'm Tom King, and I'm the founder of Toolkit.Law. And this training session is our Getting Started with Toolkit.Law session. Whether you're a law schooler or a legal professional in the 80 plus countries with English-based legal systems, this is to help you get set up. Toolkit.Law has a lot. We literally designed 1,500 original legal tools, calculators, and utilities, plus the 24 hours of continuing legal education's included with your account. We also have other courses that you can take, but where do you get started? And that's what we're going to cover today. So what we did is we created a special tool that we're going to share with you right now. When you go to our homepage, you will notice that on Toolkit.law is our pop-up message to greet you. And the very first one in the first position says, Getting Started. You can either click here or you can go to the help section and you'll find it there in the help section. But let's go back here and I'm just going to click on the image. This is our Getting Started accordion. Our Getting Started accordion. Now you'll notice in our help section, we've taken every single topic and divided it into its own accordion. Like if you want to learn about our accordions, or if you want to learn about our content areas, or if you want to learn about our icons, or our page interface, or printing and saving, or setting up your home page and your start page, our toolbars, our Toolkit.law assistant, which is our browser extension that we created that is supported on over 30 platforms. Anyway, but of all the help in the help section, this is where you want to start, the Getting Started section. First, what does everybody need to do? What applies to all of us? Let's start there. And of course, you can open and close with a plus sign or anywhere along there to open up this expandable content area. And so we say for modern legal professionals, you should follow these initial instructions to take advantage of Toolkit.law. This applies whether or not you're using a free 6-month trial, a paid monthly, a paid annual, or if you have a complimentary special account for those judicial staff, U.S. military, bar organizations around the world, and law schools and educators around the world. First thing you do, you need to sign up for a plan. And I'll open it up in another tab so you can see it. And this takes you to our account plans area. And you pick if you're signed up for a free, a monthly, an annual, or if you're entitled to a special account. And if you're entitled to a special account, if you're with a law school or you're with a bar organization, we've already got 3,000 of them already entered into the database, but we'll help you submit your domain for a free account as well. In fact, if you're with, for instance, Texas A&M School of Law, and you try to get a paid account, it won't let you. It's going to give you a free account if you're using the Texas A&M School of Law.edu email address. So we've already put in 1,500 law schools and 1,500 bar organization domains to streamline that for you. Back to the Getting Started area. In the All area, you want to review the pages and accordions and toolbars and icons in the help section that I just showed you previously. I showed you where these were, and you should go to the help section and you should review all these on what are the icons we use, what are the pages we use, the user interface aspects of our page design. You know, what is our header left toolbar, which is your own customizable bookmarks for offsite, and what are the header right toolbars that we control that we think are the 15 things you will want to access the most. Okay, go to the review our contact us and our share us features. Please let law schools, bar organizations, judicial staff, if you're members of the legal professionals in the U.S. military, please share us with your colleagues. And we give you the ability to share that. So when I'll just open it up as a separate tab just to speed things up. But we offer the template for whichever one you need to pick to share with your bar organization, your colleagues, your law schools, You can share that. You can modify the message, and then all you do is you launch it as an email, and it'll generate it in your own email, so your own email signature is added to it. It's taking its time. It works, I swear. Take my word for it. Okay, let's go on to the productivity suites. So with our productivity suites, we have 12 different productivity suites. Okay. And if you go to our productivity suites, this is the easiest way to start with a group of products that are tools or resources that are suitable to you. For instance, if you're dealing with evidence, audio files, video files, documents, images, if you're using or you wish you knew how to use products like Adobe Photoshop and Adobe Acrobat Professional and Adobe Premiere and Adobe Auditions, go into our productivity suite. So we obviously have these are our 11 pages of tools within our creative suite. We have document suite, family law and child welfare suite, mediation and arbitration suite, litigation suite. And if you're a law student, obviously we have a law school suite for you law schoolers. Okay. Next, let's go back to getting started. And we have a certified user program. It is about a 10-hour program with 20, 30-minute videos. And then at the end, it gives you the ability to use your Toolkit.Law certified user logos in your marketing, on your resume, on your website, on your business card. It is a great way to really get up to speed on how to leverage all of Toolkit.Law. It's also a great way to market either to your clients or to prospective law firms that you want to be hired by as you're looking to leave law school or you're looking to leave your law firm and transition. Okay, so check out our certified user program. Set us as your home page and your start page in your web browser. So when I click home, it goes to Toolkit.Law. When I start my browser, it's also set as my start page. Okay, so set us as both your home page and your start page. Number 7, follow the setup and configuration instructions. Okay, so when you go here, we have setup and configuration instructions that'll take it to. Right now, we are not signed into the site. How do we know that? Because that's orange. When you're logged into the site, it'll be black. So right now, when we go here, if that says log in and sign up, you're not signed in yet. But if you do go here, if you do log in, you'll notice that on the home page, it now says settings in black and the icons change from orange to black. So if you go there, and then this is where all of your settings are to control your account and your user web store that we will talk about in a moment. Going back to the getting started accordion, the all instructions, customize your header left toolbar. You can do it individually by right mouse clicking and editing it here, or you can go into settings and you can go to your header left toolbar and you can pick what you want to be your external bookmarks to launch. Really put a lot of thought into this. When you make this your home page and your start page, having these 15 most common bookmarks that you wish to instantly access can really help you. We've given you some defaults and then you just customize them as you see fit. Going back to the getting started accordion in the all area, set up your user web store, okay? And your payment options, right? So if you ever want to buy things on Toolkit.Law or sell your services or use Toolkit.Law, kind of like a Facebook Pay or a Google Pay or an Apple Pay, guess what we call it? Toolkit.Law Pay. So we have our own payment system built in here, and it's based off of your use of either a PayPal account or a Stripe account. I happen to like the Stripe account better. They are both rather difficult to set up, and we'll talk about that later. We're looking to streamline that, but usually the issue will be with PayPal or with Stripe, not with us. Okay, but once you get it set up, you are then set up for seamless payments to send and receive. Finally, share feedback with us or share us with others, right? If you go to our share us page in the About section, we want you to share us with other colleagues, with bar organizations, with law schools. Please share us with others. We need your help to be the fastest growing legal technology platform on planet Earth. Okay, going back to the help section, going back to getting started, I think we covered everything in the all expandable area. Now, what about the apps? This is so important. We have about 30 to 35 different platforms that we support. It's crazy, but so are we. That's okay, because we want to be everywhere you will work. Okay. And I'm gonna show you something. I'm actually going to go to our test site. Don't tell anyone I showed this to you, because it shows what platforms we currently support and will also be adding. So when you go to our app store, when you're in Toolkit.Law, you'll go to the app store here. Okay. And we're rolling out for Adobe Acrobat Reader, Standard and Professional, for Adobe Express. We're going to support all these different platforms on the Apple ecosystem. We're going to be supporting all these different artificial intelligence accounts so that our Toolkit.Law assistant installs in each of these as an add-on. We're supporting all these chat and video conferencing platforms, all these different cloud storage platforms, all these different Google platforms. Look at that. Okay. We're already out for Android and Gmail and Calendar, chat for Chrome OS, and all these others that we're adding. We'll be adding Gemini and Meet. Our watch apps are great. All these different Microsoft platforms. So if you're a Microsoft 365 or Microsoft Office ecosystem user, we have you completely covered. In fact, I'll show it to you right now. So cool. You install us right from within the application itself. We install right to your toolbar, and there's the Toolkit.Law assistant right there inside Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, Microsoft PowerPoint, Microsoft Outlook, Microsoft Teams. All these are being published, are already published, or to be done within the next 90 days. Mobile devices, we have you covered, whether it's phones, tablets, or watches for the Apple or Android ecosystems. If you're an Android user, you know it's really not an Android watch. They give it a different name. It's really an Android variation, but they call it Google Wear OS. Okay. We've got you covered whether you're on the Mac OS, a Chrome OS, which is a Chrome, those Chromebooks, a Windows computer. Even if you're a Linux or Unix user, we've got you covered with a browser extension for the Chrome browser. Productivity suites, it'll be added there in a moment. So whether or not you are a Zoom Workplace user, whether or not you're a Microsoft 365 user or a Google Workspace user, we've got you completely covered. Many people, like me, are Samsung hardware centric. We address that there. And then our smartwatch, our smartwatch app. I'm just so proud of what our team has done here. And that's the main interface. It is absolutely fantastic. It's being published right now, both for Apple Watch OS and Wear OS by Google. And finally, we support all 5 web browsers as a browser extension. And if I digress, I always like to use blank.org. And there again is Toolkit.law Assistant as a browser extension. I don't know why all the industries haven't standardized on the term extension. Sometimes they're called plugins, sometimes they're called add-ins, sometimes they're called add-ons. They're all the same. It's a third party inserting an enhancement to extend the functionality of the product in which you primarily work. The point is, wherever you work, we want to be there to assist you. So already right now, these are active. These are already released for Apple iPhones and iPads and MacBooks and Mac desktops, iMacs. These are already released for Android and Chrome. The watch is about to come out. We're about to come out with all of Google Workspace. Um, all of these are already out from Microsoft Edge browser and Microsoft 365 and these core three apps with three others about to roll out. Okay. We're going to be, these are already available there on the personal computers. These are there. The Windows is being finalized in the next month. By the time you watch it, it'll already be out. And not only are our apps for Android devices by Samsung available in the Google Play Store, we also make our watch faces, watch apps, phone apps, and tablet apps also available on the Samsung stores, which is very unusual. But we want to be wherever you want. You want to find us. And finally, we are there for all five browsers. For all five browsers. You may or may not know that these four browsers are all the same. They're all actually Google Chrome or the engine underneath. It's called Google Chromium. All of these use Google Chromium, and then they just put their own user interface on it because Microsoft, Mozilla, and Opera figured they couldn't compete with the engine and they would just customize the user experience, which means that any extension for Google Chrome automatically works here, but we've also made ours available in the Microsoft Edge store, on the Mozilla Firefox store, and Opera. You install it from the Google Chrome store, but we take care of all of that for you. So, what we've been talking about as part of getting started, first we talked about what everybody needs to worry about regarding their computers. Then we talked about all the different apps that we support, okay? And so we strongly encourage that you install all of these and synchronize, and they'll all synchronize with your account. Next, you're either a law schooler or a legal professional, right? You're either wishing you were no longer in law school or you wishing you could go back. Truth. If you're a law schooler, you're here because of our law school suite. Toolkit.law is establishing permanent partnerships with all legal educators and legal students, whether or not it's a .edu domain or not. And you can submit your domain in our About section under the law schools area. But go here, make sure you sign up for your law school special account. And you'll click under special and you can subscribe there. Actually, it's even makes more sense. Yeah, just do it right here under law schools in the about section, law schools. You'll put your email address. It'll scrape the domain. It'll check to make sure that the domain, it'll check to make sure that the domain is registered in our system. And then it'll automatically sign you up for a free account. And then as law schools get added, we go ahead and add the law schools here under whichever continent that you're at. So that's that. So let's go back to the help section. And under law schoolers, so complete the sign up, bookmark the law school suite, then explore every one of these. Explore every one of these. This is to maintain all the data around your career, right? the different blocks of text that you maintain for your resume, for your LinkedIn profiles, for your Toolkit.Law user web store. It keeps track of the companies that you may wish to target. You keep track of recruiters. You can keep track of jobs. You can keep all your notes for while you're conducting interviews. So that's all right there built into the law school suite. So review the career tool, use chat. Our chat tool is great for study groups. Okay, go to the contact us page if you have any technical support needs. Number 6, use our organizer tool for general purpose brainstorm organizations. We have a bunch of school calculators. So if you go to our calculators section, calculators was too long of a word, so we had to call it numbers. And if you go down to school, oh my stars, we spent so much time. We have course calculators, we have final grade calculators, we have grading based on quarters, grading scale, letter grade, number grade, GPA grade, student loan payoff, student loan payments. And of course, everybody the night before an exam wants to look up what astronomical score they need to get in order to get a certain grade, as if you can control that. Anyway, we have all the calculators here that you need, subject to your helping us improve it and making it better. The semester tool is what I'm proudest of the most. Boy, do I wish I had this in law school. So you put in all of your courses here, and when you put in all of your courses, it'll keep track of them. And so you use this with a tablet or a phone and a portable keypad or a laptop when you're taking notes in the law school. You put in all the information, course name, course number, course credit, online or on site, when it starts, everything. And then physical location. You keep in your notes here. You may do your lecture notes. You may do homework notes. You may do project notes. You may do final exam notes. Today is Thursday. Thursday's final exam notes updated by Tom. Okay, so we are in my civil law. And of course, when you close the accordion, it automatically saves everything. So if I go to my exams, you see where I can find it that way. So you can look up everything regarding your courses, either by course or by the area within each course. You may want to get home that afternoon and say, okay, what exactly is my homework that I noted in my constitutional law, criminal law, and property law classes? And you go to your homework and it'll list all these. And of course, you can copy these or paste here and you can share these with people in your study group. So the semester course, if you're a law student using our law school suite, this is where you're going to spend 80% of your time in our semester tool. The rest is just to help you keep life out of the way. So if we go to suites and we go to law school suite, so again, there we go. We've got a writer tool that we're always improving as a most basic word processor. We have a great note-taking tool. We have an organizer for brainstorming. We talked about the calculators under school and the course organizers under semester. We also have a tool to help you maintain all of the financial items that are going on in your life. So you spend as little time on those areas. So you spend the maximum amount of time on law school. And law school is very intense. So be sure to look at our improver in case you have areas in your life that you need to improve, and we give you resources to deal with all that. So that is under getting started. If you're a law school student, this is how you get started. This is how you get started after you complete the first two areas, which are the instructions for all users, the apps that you should install, and then you move on to your law schoolers expandable area. Or you're no longer in law school, you're a legal professional, you're a paralegal, you're an expert witness. Go to this area And what do? One, it tells you how to set up your account. Okay. So you go to the settings accordion. Okay. And in the settings accordion, this in the help section tells you about it, and it gives you the instructions, and it even gives you a downloadable help sheet on setting up your account and an additional help sheet. But if you go to settings here, this is where you need to spend the most time at the beginning. You need to go and confirm your account information. You need to put in your most basic information that'll be used in different areas on Toolkit.law, whether you're using the mobile app or the desktop app for Google, Apple, or Microsoft platforms, right? Set up your time zone, set up your date of birth, contact information. What do you use as your scheduler? What's your primary website? What's your mobile phone number? What's your work phone number? What's your email? You're going to see in a moment why all this is important. Of course, in settings, we want to give you a way to reach us right away. So we embed customer support right here. We're going to be rolling out dating connections if you're single, not if you're married, and you can turn it on and turn it off. Your educational information, this gets added to your marketing flyer and your user web store, which we're going to talk about next. Your emergency information, your blood type and your emergency contact. Why is that important? Well, we have an area in Toolkit.law. The self section is basically your personal utilities to keep your life from intruding on your professional life. Well, in the doctor tool, we import your emergency information in your blood type because we have a document that you can print out and you can share all this information, and you can organize it and you can print it out. And so when you go to doctors, you don't need to print out all the same information of all of your surgeries, all of your doctories, all of your insurance information. And it also has your emergency contact information. So what you need to do is you need to complete everything in settings, Okay. What, if you make any internal payments on the Toolkit.law platform, it'll be here. If you make any, if money's received, money's sent using Toolkit.law Pay. Which platform are you going to connect with? PayPal or Stripe? I use Stripe. You may prefer PayPal. We will be adding others. When you make purchases from other vendors on Toolkit.law, it's here. When people purchase from your user web store, it's here. Here's where you list your services that you want to sell on your user web store. So what is a user web store? If you go to the help section and go to user web stores, you'll find the information to walk you through it here. It's this icon right here. And what we do is we automatically create and design for you a one-page, e-commerce enabled, modern web page to act as your website. And so I have a domain called texasmodernmediation.com. And you'll notice it just resolves straight to my page. And so I use this for my business, my arbitration fee services, my lawyer fees, my mediator fees. And because I filled out all these accordions the way I wanted to, it lists all my services with the pricing. Okay, and you just add it to the shopping cart. And it puts all of this information here. I'm going to show you a different vendor because I can't show you my own shopping cart because I can't sell to myself. National Screening Center. This part's called the slug. You'll want to customize the last part of the web address with something very simple and then point your domain at all of this. National Screening Center's there. We add the icon. Let's add some items to the store. Yeah, maybe I've had a lot of babies with a lot of people and I'm doing a lot of drugs. So I better test for everything. Okay. click checkout. Look at that clean e-commerce store. You don't have to worry about any of this. And when you enter your prices, enter what you expect to receive, and then we do a slight markup for the money that we make on the e-commerce, okay? So there it is, and you indicate that you've read it. If you want to make a purchase, that's where you make the purchase right there. It's another step for you to confirm, and your information will come up there and you can make the purchase. However, I'm not making that purchase today, and you just zero out of it. So again, we're in the help section. We're on the getting started accordion. You're a legal professional. You need to set up your user web store. I should mention, if you're part of a law firm and you want to register a number of people right away for the free trial or the paid accounts, just go here and you can download the template. You can fill out the template, upload it with all the email addresses, or you can just paste all the email addresses here, separated by spaces or commas. Okay? And so we also streamline that for you. So if you have 1,000 people that you wish to set up within your organization, or 10, you can do it right here through the bulk registration. Back on getting started, we're finishing with the legal professionals right here. So set up your user web store and your vendor basics accordions, complete all of your accordions, complete your internal and external payments, list the services that you want. And then finally, when you're doing your user web store, pick your slug, pick the end of your web address and the domain that you want to point at it, and you'll be able to do it. And then you'll need to go to your domain registrar and set up forwarding to this address. And you can copy the whole address here with that copy icon. And you can also test out and see it. You can launch your store right from within settings. Let's go ahead and wrap up. That's everything you need to do as a legal professional, except give us feedback and share us with others so we can improve and we can grow. Last thing people ask for is, okay, 1,500 tools. What do you like? So we keep an updated list of what we find to be the most useful, what I use a lot. Certainly I do page labeling, page pagination. I use the PDF editor a lot. I use time and billing. If I have a large organization gathering, I use the cooking calculators. So some are silly, some are serious. AI researcher editing audio files, but client and matter billing. So look at what we recommend that you start out with, what you will find of most interest. So that concludes Toolkit.law's Getting Started. And again, the way you find it is it's right here on your homepage, right there, Getting Started. Thank you.